So the next piece we'll start working on maybe is this visor above the windshield. And let's grab maybe the cab section of the truck here. We'll just hit Control I and hide select it. And we'll see if we can see this here. Okay, so we can kind of see it here on the front blueprint as well as in the left viewprint blueprint here. So we'll just probably use a combination of these two views to kind of box this out. And I think I'll change the design of it just a little bit here to make it a little bit easier to model. Let's go into the front view first, and we'll just start this out of a plane. So we'll strike that out maybe from the center here over to about here. Okay, let's get rid of these segments as well. We'll put our shader on there, and we'll also move it forward here in the left view. Okay, we can actually probably hide the body of the truck. Okay, so let's maybe right click here and we'll just convert this to double poly. And let's also maybe give it a rotation here in the left view. Just gonna rotate that back a bit. We'll just kind of line it up here. And let's go to vertex and we'll just pull that up a little bit more. And we'll pull this one down. Okay, and let's grab the two left verts right there, and we'll just right click on the X spinner at the bottom here to make sure that they're right on the center mark, so we can use the symmetry on this later on. And let's grab maybe this bottom vert here on the right side. Let's move this up to the corner. And let's grab this one here, and we'll just stretch that over and try to line it up with that edge there. And let's grab those two right ones, and we'll push these back in the left view here. Alright, so it's going to line up the top one right here, and we'll grab this bottom one and just pull it back a little bit more until it lines up with that edge. Just going to readjust it a little bit. Okay. So let's maybe grab the outside edge here and we'll just shift drag that back. And we'll just adjust the verts. And you can see the top of the one on the blueprint there is a little bit curved down, so I'm actually going to keep it straight on the new one here. Let's move this vert back as well. Okay, and in the top view, we're just going to need to push these out to the outside. So let's move that out maybe like that. Let's grab this one, move that out a little bit as well. Okay, I'm actually going to straighten this edge out here at the back. Okay, so now that we have that blocked out, I'm just going to readjust it a little bit here in the top view. Let's grab these verts here, we'll just move them over and try to line them up there. Let's grab these two front ones here, we'll just push them forward a little bit more. And let's also maybe push this one up. And I really don't want to leave this polygon here sticking out like that. I think that's probably going to give us a bit of a problem when we add turbo smooth to this. So let's maybe add a segment right in the center here. Just going to ring that edge and do a connect. And we'll just do one segment and okay. And I think we'll give this a little bit more of a curved corner here. Alright, so I'm just going to grab those two verts on that new edge. Going to push it out a little bit here. And let's maybe just move this one in a bit. And we'll kind of just make a corner. Okay, so I think that should work fine. Alright, so let's give it maybe some thickness here, and rather than using a shell on it, I'm actually going to do extrusions on the edges by hand here, just so it's a little bit cleaner. Alright, so we'll grab maybe the two top edges here in the middle, this one and the small one on the side there. And we'll just hold shift and shift those, drag those back a bit. Okay, and we'll also just grab this vert here at the middle, and we'll make that a little bit thicker. Maybe something like that. And let's also shift drag the side edge here in about the same distance. And then we'll just clean up the corner here by target welding these two verts together and just moving them around a bit more to even it out. Okay, so just try to maintain the same thickness there around the corner. And we'll do the exact same thing here on the bottom. Alright, so let's grab that front edge as well as the side edge there. And we'll do this in the top view as well. Shift drag those back about there maybe. And we'll leave it the same thickness all the way along underneath rather than making it thicker in the center. Okay, and let's also shift drag this edge over. And we'll just clean it up. So back to vertex, back to target weld these two together. Okay, and we'll just space these out a bit better. So let's move that in. And we'll straighten this one out as well. Okay, and you can see the polygons are a little bit twisted there, so we'll fix that in the side view. Let's move this guy down. Let's actually move him back like that. And we'll just readjust these a little bit more. Okay, let's maybe make it a little bit thicker. I'm just going to grab this vert over here at the back as well. And we'll just pull it back a little bit more to make it a little bit more thick. And we'll just even this out. And we'll just readjust the thickness here a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to go to isolation mode, Alt Q. And we'll just close this up quickly here, so let's go back to edge. Let's grab this top edge and bottom edge on the side and do a bridge. And let's also grab the back two edges here in the center, bridge those. And same thing here over on the side here. Okay, so I'll close up the back. And we'll see if we need to make any more adjustments. Okay, let's grab this polygon right there, or that vertex right there, and we'll just even out the polygons here by moving it back. Okay, so we look pretty even. Just checking out in the top view. Okay, so I think that should be good. Let's maybe add some support edges here. So back in the edge, let's just ring these edges here and do another connect with two segments. Let's pinch those apart. And I want this to be pretty sharp, so I'll take this up quite high. Let's do about 95 or so on the pinch. And okay. And let's also add one here at the side. And we'll just use one this time. Slide that down a bit. Around 87 or 88 should be good. Is it okay to that? Okay, and I think I'll leave this edge here unsupported so it's a little bit more of a soft rollover, but we will add some support around this edge here. So let's ring this one. Do that connect. And for this one, let's maybe do 2 segments. We want to have the center edge a little bit hard as well, so we'll do 2 segments, no slide. Pinch those out. Let's do about 95 on that. I'm just going to deselect this edge over here by holding down Alt. And we need to move this one down a little bit closer to this edge here, so we'll just turn on our edge constraints and just slide it down a bit. About there should be good. And let's also add one on this side. And let's do 1 segment this time. Slide that over a bit. And I'm just going to look at the top here. Don't worry about the bottom being spaced out like that. We'll move that over in a second. Bring in like that maybe, and that looks pretty good. So let's go back into vertex here and grab those 4 verts at the bottom. And with the edge constraint still, I'm just going to move those over. Okay, and that looks pretty good right there. Let's add one more here around the outside. So we'll just grab one of these top edges and ring it. Another connect with 2 segments, no slide, and just pinch those out a bit. Let's do about 55 or so on the pinch for that one. Okay, so now what we'll do is just go back into the back view here. It's going to go into the hierarchy tab, hit effect pivot only, we'll center it, and with the button still depressed there, we'll just right click the X spinner at the bottom to move the pivot point over to the center. Okay, so now we turn off that button, and let's put maybe a symmetry on this. We'll do it on the X. Okay, and let's also maybe drop a turbo smooth on top of it with 2 iterations, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so that should work fine. Let's maybe unhide all here. And we'll just grab the cab there, do Control I, and hide, select it. And we'll just try to fit this into the body. So I'm just going to move it back a slight bit here. Just until it starts touching up with the side. Alright, that looks pretty good. It seems to be fitting fine. Alright, so I'll take care of the visor for us. Let's maybe unhide everything. And we'll see how this looks. Okay, so that looks pretty good.